What's up, y'all? Excuse me. I took my allergy medicine today, so I shouldn't cough too bad during this video. I'm gonna take a look at Euro Odd. I've been stuck on this pair, I want to say, for like the last month. It has been very good to me. I posted last week about the success I had with it, and so I'm gonna stick to this pair for a review for you guys, a video. So I want to walk through and I want to do a multiple time frame analysis. And a multiple time frame analysis is simply me going in, identify swing highs, swing lows for each time frame. That's key. And I know I say this often, but I just want to make sure that y'all understand and y'all are getting what I'm saying. I want to go through and I want to look at it for each time frame because each time frame has a different significance and level of impact. So I am starting out on the monthly chart, and I am going to identify just a few levels because this is a monthly, so it will take a while in order to play out. So I think that's good enough for where price is right now. I'll go in and I'll double check just to make sure that the levels that I've chosen are actually levels. I forgot one, but got the rest. So I'll go in here, I'll add that. I'm going to turn this smart support off. Then I'm going to go down to the weekly. And I'm going to do the same thing. Again, I'm looking for highs and I'm looking for lows. And I think on the weekly, we really don't have... Uh-oh, I'm messing up. We really don't have too much. Let me go back to the monthly because I moved that line. And oh yeah, I moved it big time. Let me put this back in the right place. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the weekly. Y'all be funny. Y'all had me rolling. Somebody commented on an interview that I did, like, "Oh, I love Casey with all them lines on her chart." I just couldn't help but laugh. Like, I thought that was funny. I do have a lot of lines. And hopefully one day it'll make sense to y'all who don't get it. So I spoke too soon. I'm coughing. I was very hopeful that all would be well. But still up in here coughing. Okay, so I'm going to the daily. Yeah, last week, I made a post on the community tab. Last week, I took a couple positions on the move to the downside. And I just said it and went on about my week, did my work, checked in, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, and it was done. I could have stayed in longer. My inkling was that we were going to continue to see a sell, but I just wanted to get out and secure my profits. And last week was a busy week as far as life, life and work and all that good stuff. So let's see. I'm on the daily, and I'm just making sure that I got everything checked out. If you can, follow along with me. Stay with me. I know it's kind of confusing, but in the end, it'll all make sense. I promise. I'm going to grab this and this. And once we do this, like, I only go down to the 4 hour because I like those longer term trades. So if you saw that post, you saw that I stayed in the trade like 5 days. And for me, that works just because I get a lot of stuff going on. And so it is easiest for me to participate still in trading by taking those longer term trades. And so I just like to set it and forget it. And I limit in. I don't stop. I don't stop in often. I like limits. I'm more comfortable with that than I am stops. I feel like with stops, when I have taken them, I've gone on a little bit of a roller coaster ride. So my analysis is not as tight as it should be to be able to take advantage of stops. But we're on the 4 hour now, and I'm just going through, finding highs, finding lows, and then I'm going to pull out my fib, my handy dandy fib, next so I can figure out what my next move is, or what I think. That's what I should say. because all I'm doing is coming up with an idea based off of what I'm seeing in the market. All right, so we are on the 4, and I should be almost done. I think I am done with identifying my levels on the 4. So I'm going to go back to the monthly, and I am using Smart Trader. Now, I've been looking at this setup from the downside for over a year, right? And I just knew we were coming back up to this 38.2 before we continue to the downside to finish out the sequence. And it's been slow motion. So I am going to still keep this in mind, right? On a higher time frame. It is a monthly chart. Could take forever if it even does happen. But now I want to examine this from the upside and then to the downside, because look at all of this. Oh, that's huge rejection. That's huge selling pressure to me. But I do want to see to the upside how close we were to finishing out the sequence. So this on the weekly is an active fib. That means that price would take profit above that monthly resistance and significantly above where that 38.2 is. Target is at 1773 right now, but this again is the weekly chart. So I want to drill down to see what else I might be able to take advantage of right now. Okay, so I'm going to grab the smart fib, click above the last high. This would put my overall target based on the daily just below monthly support. And so I'm going to get rid of this because I've seen what I need to see. I'm going to drill down to the 4. And what I want to see from the 4, I do want to see if I believe we have hit an upside target from the low. I'm going to the most recent low. And yeah, we did hit that target. So I want to look at this from the downside now. And I'm just going to deploy. I don't even think I need to go this high over here. Yeah, I don't, because the move is on the higher time frame. So I need to look at the most recent leg in order to see what's happening. And because price has been moving to the downside, that's what I'm going to analyze here. Now, I did forget a level. I see it now. On the 4 hour, you have a resistance point here. So we're going to turn this gray. And then I am going to do that. Okay. And so to complete this sequence, we would have to break through 4 hour levels and a daily level. I am going to highlight this off. We'll turn this green. Okay. And then what I want to do is we've broken the trend line back to the upside. I can see it, right? So I'm going to hit from here to here. I have to go down to the hour. Now you can draw the rest of the trend lines, right? And I will. I just saw what I saw. So let me draw the other ones. So we'll go from here to here. Let me move this. And then we're going to go from here to here. That's kind of interesting. Let me see. Oh, it's saying more? Okay. So yeah, I was just trying to manually get this trend line right. I'm going to go from here to here. Let me see. Y'all know I don't like no messy chart. So let me move. I got something wrong. Let me delete this. And let me move this. That's what I get for going out of order. Out of order. Okay. Cool. So now I'm down to the hour. What I want to see is where we are in the fib sequence. So let me go back. Let me show you, because I'm just moving. I'm not telling y'all what I'm seeing. Let me deploy the fib. And I think it was on. Okay, so this was a setup, right? So we have a high, a B low, less than 38.2 pullback at 163.750. And we had a level of 4 hour support that stalled out at the 118.127. In order for this sequence to be completed, price needs to come and touch at 161.036. And so because we've got a break to the upside right now, price is moving back to the upside. When we have this type of momentum, this strong momentum in the market, where the Australian dollar was stronger than the euro to the point that we barely got a pullback, what we oftentimes see is that price comes back, touches at 38.2 before finishing out the sequence. So now I can trade this move, right? I could take advantage of what the market has to offer me. What I'm going to look for is, how do I get in? So what I'm doing is I'm looking to the left to identify the zone that price has, and I hate to use this term, but it's what I think of where price is stutter stepped before, right? So where we had past levels of support that turned into future resistance and then back to support. And what I can see is that we've got this right here. So what I want to do is I am going to manually take out my fib in the event that we do get this high right here to figure out if the zone that I've drawn is in my sweet spot, which it is. Sweet spot is 618, 38.2 to 618. So we're right in that zone. What I anticipate to happen is that we will see, let me zoom in. What I anticipate to happen is that at some point we're going to pull back, right? And it looks like we got a high now on the 1 hour. I would anticipate price to pull back to this zone. I would love for it to pull back to the 618. And then from there, I would be looking to take a potential buy. And I probably would take profit just before the 4 hour on one position and maybe keep a small position at the 38.2, because what could happen, price could spike down and reject off that 4 hour level and then continue to the downside to finish it out. So I think the move is here. If this setup does play out, at the very least, I see 100 and let's call it 35 pips if we stop at the 4. If we carry it all the way to the 38.2, then at least 150 pips to the upside. And then if we do continue the sale to finish out the sequence, then I think what we've got on the table is 275 pips to the downside. So this move, this could be 2 in 1, right? If you could trade the move to the upside, and then if we do get the confirmation to the downside, then you could trade that move to the downside as well. So I'll be waiting. Actually, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to set a limit for in between the 38.2 and the 61.8, and then I'm going to let it ride. And hopefully we do get that continuation to the downside to finish out the sequence. This would be over 400 pips if both moves play out, which is going to be an awesome day if it happens. If you take advantage of Euro Odd, if you've traded it recently and you've been successful at it, curious to know what your setup was, and then which pairs are you guys actually seeing success with. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and then consider subscribing to the channel. I try to put out content on a pretty regular basis, and when I say regular basis, I mean like weekly. So if this was helpful to you, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, share it with somebody. They're trying to learn how to trade, and then consider subscribing to the channel. All right, so I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a very, very profitable week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.